well.
Alright.
And we're back. This is H Players Collaborative.
Metal Gear Solid 5. Alright, so, I have no other option but to continue the story. Okay! I forgot it unlocked 3 story missions all at once. But so here's the story mission menu. Here you can view what ranking you've got on the mission, how much currency you'll get from it, and how many side objectives.
Why are you able to go out of order? That seems kind of pointless.
I know, it is, but like, I thought you were going to say, why would you go back and do the other missions?
Well, I can understand why you would go back and do a story missions, you know, extra objectives for completing missions. Yeah. But doing missions out of order, that doesn't make sense.
Especially,
you're going to miss stuff.
And in a Metal Gear Solid game, the story is one of the most important aspects.
Yeah, so that I don't think makes sense. I think as far as story missions, I think it should be.
We're not stopping. Not until the pain is
side ops, though, I think it's perfectly fine.
Diamond Dogs is in your hands.
Oh yeah, well, side ops in any side missions in any game.
So this is the screen that happens before every mission. Here
we're in limbo. That's what the fuck he looks like.
But here you can select your weapons, items, and stuff like that. You can select your vehicle, your buddy, and a different character to play as.
Oh, really? You can change characters?
Mm-hmm.
Not know that.
So, anyways, since
you really have not played through this entire game.
No, I have not. So
good thing for you, because I haven't either.
So, the thing about Metal Gear Solid 5 is depending on the time of day that you assault the most, enemies will get stricter. I generally choose ASAP to keep the game from sticking to one. Yeah. I honestly did not expect to start Phantom Pain today.
Oh.
I expected to, like, get Ground Zeroes done, maybe do 1 episode of Phantom Pain, then, like, Kyle and Roberto would show up, and then we were going to dive into the party stuff, but...
Well, it wouldn't have been a 3 or 4 player game. We probably would have done more Mortal Kombat 9 because Kyle doesn't like party games. But of course, when I get the other controllers, I want to hit New Super Mario Brothers Wii because that game.
Your target is a Spetsnaz detachment
commander.
Oh, you know what's a really great 4-player
skills like his,
Diablo 3.
And I'll leave the method up to you.
4 players local
Boss,
on 360.
make your way to Chicago Calais
So
and
if we
eliminate
get
the
a copy
target.
of that game, I don't know, I don't see anything having a problem with it.
Yeah. The main thing is, as far as buying new games for the channel that I want to make here, is just me. That's how it is with my personal channel. I don't want to start spending a lot of games until YouTube starts, my videos start making some revenue.
Well, see, here's the thing, you're not gonna, I get that, but you're not gonna get popular if you don't, you don't put out 16 bajillion videos a day, but you don't put out, a few videos per month because you want to wait for YouTube to pick up one.
Oh no, I have plenty of games and I try to, I make it very clear that H Players Collaborative and H User Entertainment are both my channels. So technically I'm uploading several videos a week. So I'm very active.
I actually and if there's any games that any of us bring up halfway to play or be careful down there, look at my collection. And I do actually have a copy of Diablo 3 at home. So
we can use compounds from plants to make medicine or poison for use in new weapons and equipment. Take a look at the plants list on your iDroid to see which ones we need.
Over time, you're going to see a dramatic shift in
It'll keep the staff happy too.
You're going to see, it's pretty fucking interesting. I remember when I first played this game, I was trash, so bad that I couldn't bear it. But, now that I started getting better when I found out I could aim in first person.
You didn't know you could aim? What game can you not aim in first person with?
Quite a few, but with the Metal Gear series, I didn't know. I didn't know if I could. But, I also didn't know how to. But it was more so not knowing how to aim in first person. And I'm glad that it's a toggle and not a hold because I have to keep my left index finger on aim and then I have to hit RB to enter FPS mode and then RT to fire. Alright, so in this mission we are doing we're going to eliminate a Spetsnaz command.
Spaz Manor?
Those are raw diamonds.
Spaz.
This is actually the mission where I heard some like stupidly upbeat 80s music right outside this Russian guy's office.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. You have arrived at your destination.
Yeah, I have a lot of games. Yeah, I'm just saying I'm not gonna really focus on buying more until at least I get through all the games I already have.
I have a I don't care about beating all my games.
Your target should be somewhere in that outpost.
Like, the thing about gamers, that's the place I mainly go to buy games. Their stock changes.
Keep your guard up.
Constantly. At one time, you'll see 16, I shit you not, 16 copies of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis for PS1, and the next time you go, there was only like 3.
There was a game that I was really tempted to get while I was at GameStop the other day when I was buying, what was I buying? Mario Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games, and Monopoly Streets, because that's because it's a board video game, and I think that whole concept is amazing. We should fucking do that at the game because I should have said that with Kyle was here. That would be great, because Monopoly Streets for the classic Wii. That would be a great game that everybody would really like at the board game club at the school. Because like most of them at that club only play board games. That's the main reason I started HPC in the first place. Because I don't really play board games.
Oh, I just noticed that the left side of this binoculars actually has an elevation greater.
So like 1,000 feet off the ground, 1,000,000 feet off, no, not a million, 1,000 feet off the ground.
It's telling you like how high up your target is.
Well, yeah, but what do they measure though?
I don't honestly know.
I was guessing thousands of feet.
It's really cool. Something I want to comment about the PC version of this game is the zooming is really annoying unless you have an infinite scroll wheel mouse. You can't really get any precision with that. And that's my one issue with PC version of this game. Everything else, like the graphics options are like there. We've got anti-aliasing and texture and shit like that. And like the game runs at a solid 600. And that's a good thing. Not a lot of PC games do that, and that's fucking stupid. You're on a much more powerful level. Like Total Biscuit, he bought Assassin's Creed Unity when it came out. 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, 2 NVIDIA GTX Titans running SLI, so he's running the same powerful ass graphics card at once. 2 of them on that game. He's got a monitor that can do 4K with 144 Hz, so he can have up to 144 frames per second, and he couldn't get Unity to run at a stable frame rate.
Nerd!
Yep.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're even...
Neither. Part of me doesn't fucking understand that. Get him.
My dad's calling me.
Boom! Shite. Why did I say shite? Shit. Damn it. I don't want to take out the lights just. Basically what Fulton using the Fulton system on enemies in this game will add them to your base and then automatically pick an apartment you can go into and level up research and development team and stuff like that so you can craft better weapons. It's a very helpful system. It makes the stealth feel so much more rewarding in this game. The stealthier you are, the better equipment you can get. So with Fulton, you can have better chances that your Fulton will of being successful. That's the thing.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Check this guy out.
Понял. Последующие потери неприемлемы. Держите ухо востро.
Continue to Fulton this guy. Okay. Alright. I didn't see you there, sir. I didn't see any of these guys.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. Good. Alright. Going loud. Dead. Oh god, that's good. That's good. There we go. It's bad. I don't like this. Okay, alright. You know what? I will run through here, pick up materials, run upstairs, take out the Spetsnaz man, and get the fuck out. It's so close. I don't want to do this one.
That was target confirmed dead.
Oh,
Impressive work, boss.
he almost killed me. The freaking commander almost killed me. I was right here. Oh, the Sandstorm chooses now of all time to decide to roll dice.
I will agree. Alright, I was just on the phone with my father.
Your father unit.
My father unit. Yeah.
So I actually just completed the objective. I killed the Spetsnaz.
What's with all the sand? Is this the sandstorm you were talking about?
Yep. I honestly can't tell where I'm going.
What is wrong with my phone? Oh, it just shut off randomly. That's weird.
Oh my god, I just circled back to the base. Good job. What type of phone do you have?
Stay away from me.
Is it running Android?
I could have said Nokia Lumia 640. It is running Microsoft. Not Google Android. Not be hauled dead with an Android phone.
Honestly, I prefer Android over any other operating system because it's just got more freedom when it comes to developing apps.
Bing.
You say
No, that's
Android's
not
the best? You say Android's the best?
Yeah.
You are crazy. How can you be an Xbox 360 supporter and not like Windows Phone?
Right.
Because there's
No
like
sense.
nothing on Windows Phone.
That's not Microsoft's fault. That's because Google likes to spite Microsoft and buy everything before Microsoft can have a contract.
That's not
with them.
spiting them. That's like what they're doing. What Google is doing is they just created a more. Like, I'm not saying Windows Phone is
Lost sight of you.
no, that's not.
Try to hunt you down.
Why do you have? You're smaller than him.
Code doesn't feel like
Doesn't feel like this. Well, I don't know. We have to look at it again.
supply drop.
That's again, Microsoft. The only thing Microsoft isn't really behind on is computers. Microsoft is
Windows. Like
big.
If I'm gonna do PC gaming, I'm always going for a Windows machine because that's it's just the easiest to install games on and compare specs for.
And now I'm not gonna complain that Microsoft is in behind in a lot of other stuff. It's all about, checks and balances, one company not being the biggest in one industry. Microsoft has computers, Google has phones.
PlayStation 4 is actually the highest selling console.
Well, yeah, Sony has video games. I'll give that Sony's better with video games. I'll give them that. I don't like Sony as much as I do Xbox, but I will admit that Sony is doing better than Microsoft in gaming, and that's fine.
I honestly would love to say that the Xbox One has had a good launch, but no.
Didn't do it right.
They had rumors. They wanted to implement DRM always being online on a freaking home console. No.
But games do that, and it's fine.
That's because
I think it's the same thing.
Jimquisition has a very good video on why PC gets away with being online to play games. Most of the time, you can play Steam games offline, but in order to get achievements, and there's a very good reason, and it makes sense. And it's only a select few console games that require internet, like Destiny. Yeah. Because it's an MMO style game, like
Titanfall.
Because Titanfall's multiplayer only.
You have to be online with Grand Theft Auto 5.
Nope. Not to play the story mode.
Really, I always had issues like loading my progress whenever I was not playing Xbox.
I had slight issues, but it was mostly just oh, by the way, I just completed the story op. That's the end of the story op.
How long was that? 16 minutes? Again, 16 minutes?
Yeah. The story ops get, not extraneous.
At Mother Base.
Yeah.
Development
So the
project
story
has
ops
been
themselves aren't long, it's just a lot
Mission
of
complete.
It's like the and it's mostly getting. Oh, okay, I gotta be right that mission, whatever. Too bad.
So are the rest of them gonna be like this? There's just gonna be a lot of them, but they're gonna be like 16 minutes-ish?
I have no. Again, I've never beaten it.
I hope so. But the ones that you have played, have they all been kind of like 15 minutes long?
Kind of. It's like 16 to 30 minutes. Like, I haven't experienced anything that's as fucking extraneous as the 90-minute introduction that we fucking went through.
Yeah, that was
earlier.
crazy.
Like, that was goddamn
How you feeling, boss?
goddamn ridiculous.
Getting used to being in the field
Like,
again.
holy crap.
Having choppers
So
and
now
armors
I
at your
can build
disposal
a
is indispensable for operating in the wilds of Afghanistan. I've gone ahead and arranged for you to be able to develop and customize weaponry for support
So
choppers.
now
And you can also develop new
my
equipment for
R&D team
D-Horse
has
if you
leveled up
like.
because I full
Use your iDroid to start development as needed.
So I can develop more guns. I can upgrade how heavy the load is before the Fulton system just gives out, and I can also upgrade. I can get a whole lot of new shit now, and that's why doing side ops in this game is it's important because you get a lot of money from them. Like, it's 30,000 per side op, but the side ops are short.
Side ops list
By
update.
connecting your iDroid to the
we can
onboard
probably
computer,
start
you
them
turn the
in
chopper into your own
because
aerial
it's
command center, or ACC.
That was
Some elements of staff
that
assignment
was
and
a storm
R&D
machine
of
yourself.
weapons and items can only be
That's
performed
the
from
end
there.
of episode 6.
Take as long as you need to
Next
consider all your
time, this
options.
is H Players Collaborative.
Thanks for coming.